Hello, hello, and we are live. Welcome, everyone. I'm Kyrie, and this is Kaylin. We're really super excited to be with you today. Kaylin, say hi.
Hi, I was jamming out to the music.
It's so good. It's
I
so
know.
So today we're talking really about what it is to work with an accountability advisor inside of the Unstoppable Entrepreneur. So I hope you are all ready. We are seeing the comments, and please, if you have any questions about working with an advisor, I know this is a brand new concept for 90% of you. Ask questions, and we'll make sure to answer. All right, or to direct you to where you can find the answers. So just to introduce myself, my name is Kyrie Var, and I am an accountability advisor inside of the Unstoppable Entrepreneur. I am part of the leadership team, and I am also the master coach for mindset and productivity. Now, my background before joining UE, well, I joined as a client initially, but before that, for more than a decade, I was in high-level project management consulting. So I led a team of high-level consultant managing projects and teams from $50,000 all the way to $6 billion. So I've seen a lot when it comes to business, and I am so excited to share just how UE and how the way it is set up with accountability advisors is really going to ensure your success. So that's for me. What about you, Kaylin?
Yes, so I am an accountability advisor as well, like Kyrie, and I'm on the leadership team. I'm also the sales driver, so I coach the team on how to, get sales, how to convert, all that great stuff, as well as I specialize in converting on camera too. But my background actually is I was an actress and still am for 15 years on stage, commercial, film, and I actually was the director of business development at a startup. And I helped that startup scale to 8 different markets. And I really had a love of sales and marketing just from that role. And I love the startup world because it's basically creating a new idea and figuring out how to bring it to market. And that's exactly what we're doing with clients every day.
Yes.
So that's really my expertise, and how I can bring something different to the role that is, unique and just exciting.
And you can already see how Kaylin's background and my background are so completely different. And yet clients get amazing success. So we're going to talk about those things. All right. So the goal today, again, is to really get you to understand when we say an accountability led program, what does it really mean? I know a lot of people are asking questions like, but what really kind of one-on-one support am I getting? Like my thing is so specific. It's so unique. It's so different. At the end of the day, it is not that different, and we're going to show you exactly why. So first thing to know is that as soon as you join the Unstoppable Entrepreneur, one of the first things that we do is we get you to fill out a questionnaire. It's called the New Client Questionnaire, and that questionnaire asks you a ton of questions about who you are, your dreams, your family, what you're trying to build, and what your vision is for your business. Because no two people inside of UE, inside of the Unstoppable Entrepreneur, have the same pathway, have the same strategy, have the same goals, right? So it wouldn't make sense to teach you all the same things in the same order. So what we do is really we look at who you are, where you're at right now, and where you're trying to go. And we pair you with the right person to guide you through that process. And we work as a team to build the strategy that is going to work the best for you. Right. So just know that everything is really tailored. When we talk about accountability led program is because it is not one size fits all. It is based on who you are, what you're trying to do. And we really pair you with the person who would be the best fit for you. And it might evolve because you're going to change. You're going to evolve as you go. So your advisor, we reassess regularly. Is it still the best person? Maybe now your business has morphed into something different that you didn't even envision coming into the program. And so we reassess that to make sure that you're always with the right person who's going to help you get to your goal. All right.
I love the New Client Questionnaire because I always go back to it to make sure we're keeping on track with what the vision was. And I think it's just a way to really have this map for us as accountability advisors to just always go back to and make sure we're staying on target with the goals. And like you said, it could definitely shift, but it's always that original vision that drives you. So for us to be able to go back to that all the time, revisit, bring you back down if that's where you need to go. So it's a really great asset that we have when you first start to fill that questionnaire out.
Yeah. And one of the big roles that we have is really to hold that vision for you, because life is going to happen. Stuff happens in your life, in your business, changes, right? And when you're not careful, or when you're on your own, people, what they tend to do is lose focus or shift directions all the time. And you even forget a lot of times what you started the business for initially, right? One of the questions that we ask you is, why do you want the business? The business itself is a vehicle for you to reach certain goals in life. It's not the end result. So we want to know that, because we want to make sure that what you're building and the way that you're building it is actually aligned with that vision that you have for your life. So the advisor role in that sense is so important for us. It is, for me, I can say it's true for myself. It's the best gig in the world. I'm sure it's for you as well. Yeah. It's like, you wake up every day excited because you open your DMs, you open your email, you're like, oh my God, Kyrie, this happened. I had a client just a few days ago send me a message. She was evacuated, but from the hallway, she was making sales, right? And this is where we were celebrating her first time making six figures in her business. So all of those things just make it so enjoyable for us. And so to get started, there are multiple levels of coaching and mentoring inside of the Unstoppable Entrepreneur. Kaylin, I'll let you start just talking about that.
Yeah. So we have so many assets and there's so many layers, as Kyrie said. So we have the membership site, which is all of the trainings that we have. And it's basically a giant library of content for you to go into. And the great thing about it is that your advisor will let you know exactly where you need to start, because we have so much, which is amazing, but we don't want you to get overwhelmed. So we want you to know exactly where you need to start. And that's different for every single person, depending on what your specific goals are for your business and where you are. So this is a giant library of content that will take you through every step of your business, from, just getting your first couple of clients, if that's where you are. If you're coming in and you want to do a live launch, we gear you right towards the live launch section. If you want to build out your flagship program, we do that with you. So you're really clear on the results and the transformations you want to deliver to your clients. We have sales, which is usually where people really want to start, because it's like how to get the clients or how to just multiply, the clients that you do have. We have all the social media modules. We have basically everything you could ever need in there for your business. And your advisor is going to let you know where to start, like I said. And it's content that has been created over the years, and we keep adding to it consistently. So we have new copywriting modules in there that have templates for every single thing you need live launch related, which is absolutely incredible. Right. And we're constantly adding to it. So this is something that we really make sure that we're asking feedback on from our, whole Unstoppable family. What do you want next in the membership site? And we always update it. We always make sure we deliver what you guys want. So endless hours of content. We also have the live calls that we have every single day on basically every topic that you need in your business. So we have copywriting calls on Mondays. And the great thing about all of these calls is that your advisor is going to schedule a hot seat for you on these calls. So it's not just you sitting there listening to everything, which is also really valuable and great. But you can hop on and get exactly what you need and hop right back off, because we know you guys are very busy. You have kids at home, you have all the things happening. So you can hop on, get your question answered, and hop back off. So copywriting, we have Tuesday, branding, positioning, pricing. That call is amazing because we can help you with really just getting super clear on how you want to position yourself in the market, help you build out the program, help you with your pricing. And that is led by Stephanie Yoler and Angela Tran, who are absolutely incredible. Again, you can get a hot seat for that call. Wednesday, we have our organic lead generation call with Ryan Dowdy, one of our master coaches. So she teaches you all about how to get leads organically, which you want to have Facebook ads going, but you also want to have consistent organic lead generation, because You want to get referrals, and you want to have that happening all the time, because you can't always count on ads, because we all know Facebook can be a little cray sometimes. So that is an amazing call. We have the marketing call on Thursdays. So that's all about Facebook ads. We can go, not me, but Michael and the other people on our team as well. Sneha actually is on that call too, but they'll go into your ads manager, look at your ads, make sure that they can help you convert the way that you need to convert. Any marketing questions you can have answered there. Friday, we have Slaying Sales. So it's with our sales team who's making sales every single day in the business. So every single day, there is a call for you to get on to get the help that you need. Yeah. And like I said, your advisor will make sure that you know exactly what calls you need to be on. Wednesday, we have the mindset call with Kyrie as well, which is such an amazing call to just like anchor down in the middle of the week, because a lot of what we do is actually mindset when we're coaching our clients. I would say probably 80%, maybe more, because in this crazy entrepreneurial world, you're going to come up against a lot of hurdles. You're going to maybe just feel like you don't know how to take the next step. And that's why we have these mindset calls. They're right in the middle of the week. Kyrie is absolutely incredible. I hop on there too on Wednesday sometimes, just so I can get my weekly dose of Kyrie. But like I said, a lot of what we do is mindset. So if you're feeling like you're in a space where you're in, like, maybe there's some fears are popping up for you, whether it's money mindset, like whatever it is, Kyrie will go over those things. So every single day there is a call that you can get on. So there is an abundance of knowledge. So the membership site, the calls, I can actually have somebody on the team, if you're on, drop the call schedule so you can see it visually, because it's very beautiful to see it all there.
Too, by the way, about the membership site, tomorrow, two of our amazing advisors as well are going to walk you through the whole membership site so you can see what's in there. And you'll see that the live launch method is one out of so many.
Yeah, exactly.
And so tomorrow at 4 p.m., Nicole and Teresa, our coaches extraordinaire, are going to show you exactly what's in there as well.
Exactly. So you have all that, and then you have your advisor. So your advisor is your person who is your anchor. They keep you on the track to your North Star vision. So you're not looking here, you're not looking there, you're looking right at your North Star. And so we're the person that's always going to bring you back to where you need to be. So you have to lean into your advisor, especially when you first start, because they're going to tell you exactly what you need to do, because there's a lot going on, like I said, which is amazing, but you want to have that anchor. So you have a 30-minute call with your advisor every month. Your first month, you'll have 2 calls, a discovery call and then an accountability call. So you have that, and then you have access to your advisor in the direct messenger, in the email. And I love going back and forth with voice memos with my clients, because, sometimes you just need a quick, like, what should I do with this client? I'm trying to close this sale. Can you give me some advice? And I can pop in and I can just give them direction, and it's real time. If it's your first launch, it's amazing because you have your advisor there to like coach you live on what you need to do, and you will get a response that day. So it is amazing. You have that call, and then you have just that back and forth collaboration with your advisor. You can send them material to look at. They will give you feedback. You have just that relationship, and it's not just like a client advisor relationship. I know personally, I feel like these clients have become family for me. And when they have wins, I've cried on so many accountability calls. When I see somebody transform, it is just the most incredible thing to see them overcome their fear and take action and do things they never thought they were ever going to be able to do. And that is just the most incredible part of my job. I'm kind of tearing up now just thinking about it, but it's just amazing to see the transformation. So that relationship with your advisor is just such an amazing, incredible relationship that will evolve over time. Sometimes it's like we have to get to know each other a little bit. I have to dive into your business. Your advisor has to really understand, your business model and take that time to really dive in. And then you guys are just going. It's like, you have the flow, you're moving, you're shaking. So it's such an incredible relationship that you have. And it's not like anything else that I can really explain other than, Kyrie can probably add to that, but
Yeah, and the thing with that 30 minute that you have in with your advisor every single month, it's just one of the aspects of what you do with your advisor. And that 30 minutes is really strategy. We're looking at where were you? Here's what you need to focus on. We're still on this trajectory. What are the next steps? So you know over the next 4 weeks what you're going to be focusing on. And it's also the time where you can bring any of the blocks that you currently have. A lot of the clients of our clients, what Ken was talking about, when we get to cry on calls and do all of the things, it's literally because we get to a point where we know your business so much. We know the kids' names. We know the husband's name. We know what roadblocks exist in your life. And we're able to help you identify, okay, what's the next step in a way that feels more personal. Right? It is not, we don't just talk about strategy and business, because if it was just that, you would not need advisors, and all of the programs that you've already bought in the past would work. Because I can tell you, it usually does work. If it worked for one person, for me, my rule is if it worked for someone else, I can do the same thing. But usually the difference between you making it work and just knowing what you have to do is those internal blocks that you have. Right? Mm-hmm. And so that one-on-one time with your advisor, you'd be surprised how much can be done within 30 minutes. And where everything that you take in that 30 minutes, you can then, along with the membership site, along with the Facebook group and the other things that are available to you, you can create so much growth in your business. So that 30 minutes with your advisor is amazing. For me, it's like one of my highlights every single month.
I know, I love it. And also you can get the recording of your call. So it's amazing to look back on it, and you get a recap. So you know exactly what you need to do, what your next steps are. You also have access to your accountability advisor in office hours. So we have them 2, 3, 4 times a week, and you can hop on, you can get your questions answered right then and there from your advisor. And the great thing about the office hours is it creates this little community, like these little masterminds where everyone is supporting each other, helping one another. And not only do you get feedback from your advisor, you get feedback from people who are doing it as well. You know, like we have obviously a wealth of knowledge from launching, but it's so cool to see the collaborations that come out of office hours and the support. You know, we have a live launch calendar in my office hours where we support each other in our launches and we cheer each other on. You know, so many collaborations come out of it. Like people go on each other's podcasts, people do joint live streams, and they can just get advice in real time from other business owners. And there's so many different niches, which is so incredible. And we don't niche down for that specific reason, because there's little pieces that you can take from what other people are doing and implement. And it's just becomes this creative, collaborative process. And it's just so beautiful to see. So you have your advisor in those sessions, and then you also get feedback from everybody else too, and support, which is absolutely incredible. And so I know that since we implemented office hours, it has just been mind-blowing at how much people are just able to really immerse themselves in the community as well, with, you know, not only with their advisor, but also just in the community too.
Yeah. And on those office hours, you get to do what you can also do inside of the big Facebook group, because we have a Facebook group where all of our members are. That Facebook group is manned like 8 to 5 p.m., 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single day. I've never seen that anywhere else. I don't know if you have, but that's every single day. We're on rotation. We have a schedule on the advisory, in the accountability division, where every single hour, you know who's inside the Facebook group answering questions. So your questions don't go for hours or days without getting answered, right? And it's not a bunch of people who are exactly having the same exact problems that you're having answering you. It's people who are either advisors, so they have the answers, or they know where to find the answers for you, or because inside the group you have different niches, you have different levels of businesses, you have such a variety of people and businesses in there, you get answers from all different angles that are going to give you a different perspective. People find clients inside the Facebook group, they find friends, they find, I don't know if we've ever had any weddings. That's pretty much the only thing I can think of that we don't have, because strategic friendships, collaborations, guests, invitations to create something else, something new, all of that happens. Market research, literally other clients will help you do the market research for your stuff. brainstorm names for you, the group of your program, all of that. There's so much support that you get in there. But then in the office hours, you have that and in a smaller setting with people that you actually see face to face. And you get to do things even outside of office hours. I was doing office hours, I think it was before my vacation a few months ago. And literally clients during office hours were like, okay, Kyrie's not going to be here, but it doesn't matter. Right? Let's do it together. I don't think, oh, you guys don't need me anymore. But that's the type of really cool friendship that it creates. And it's a place where you can come and talk about your business problems with other people who are going through the same things. And usually around you, you don't really have people going through the same things. So being able to do that multiple times a week, even daily inside the Facebook group is really, really, really valuable.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love office hours. They're my favorite days of the week. Yeah, so we have so many new things that we're adding as well. Like we're always just collaborating on how we can make the program better. So we're having some monthly PR trainings with Carla, our PR maven, who books Kelly on amazing podcasts all the time, gets her segments on top news, channels throughout the country. And she is absolutely incredible. She's doing influencer relationships, all different types of partnerships. So she's going to be doing some PR trainings. And we're also going to have, I don't know what we're calling it yet because we're still, brainstorming, but there's going to be days where there's going to be a live support person on Zoom every single hour where you can hop on and get advice and feedback. Yeah.
For me, that is going to, because that's the direction we're going. We want to make it so that anytime you need help in your business, you never have to stay blocked. You can literally click a button, talk to a real human, and get the answers that you need so that you continue moving forward. That is the ultimate goal, and it's happening very quickly. So within the next few weeks, you're going to see at least 2 days a week where throughout the whole day, 8 to 5 p.m. Eastern time, you actually have someone to get on a Zoom call with, and you get your answers right away. You don't have to wait a couple of days or a couple of weeks to get answered. So that is huge. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, that's taking the Facebook group questions now that we have to like the next level.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, exactly. So amazing.
And we also have the co-work sessions. Okay, we keep saying this is my favorite part of the program.
I know.
Okay, the co-work sessions, we test. One day, Kelly just sent us all a text and she was like, guys, I want to test this thing. We're like, okay, what crazy idea does she have again? I want to do a co-work session where everyone jumps on and we're going to help them get consults. I was like, that's a cool idea, but when and how do we do that? We just pulled our brains together, and within a day, we had mapped out this amazing co-work session. And it's one of my proudest moments ever, apart from when I got my kids, but even that I'm considering right now. But it's just getting on that session for 2 hours with I don't know how many, we had more than 100 clients on that call that evening, 6 to 8. We just had a call. Everyone jumped on. We had the templates, and it was literally our sales and marketing division and our accountability division working together to craft this whole thing for you. We had the templates, we had the scripts, we had the strategy one by one. Exactly. What are the 10 things you're going to do during those 2 hours to book consults? And as we were doing it and delivering it, people were booking consults. They were going on mute, recording their video, posting it in stories, and people were booking consults as we were live. Now, that helped us to identify two things where people were really getting blocked, because again, as Kelly was saying, there's a huge difference between understanding mentally the information and then you going and implementing it. It's huge, the difference, right? Yeah. And so although we had been teaching some of this stuff, but then seeing people doing it live and the questions that were coming up, it helped us revamp so much of the trainings that we had internally. Right. Yeah. So those co-working sessions, and there's going to be another one on consults on November 19th, on November 19th. So if you're joining us, you're going to be part of that. And we're going to help you do exactly the same thing. Book consults live with people where you can ask questions. You can see other people doing exactly the same thing at the same time. And it's going to it's going to flip a switch in your mind in terms of how much work you can get done in 2 hours and the type of results you can get in 2 hours. All right.
Yeah.
So those co-working sessions are huge and they're super fun, and we do them on different topics. So yeah, that's another part of mine.
I love the co-working sessions in general, just kind of really amplify what we teach, which is taking imperfect action. Because a lot of the times what I see is that people come in and obviously are very smart and intelligent and masters at their craft, but sometimes they're overthinkers. And they start to operate in a vacuum and in a bubble, and they start to think about all the reasons why something can't work. And they start to predict situations that don't even happen yet and aren't even real. And so they don't take action because they are overthinking. And you cannot learn until you actually are in it and you're taking action and you're collecting data. And that's what we get you to do. My personal mission statement is to help my clients overcome fear, take action, and realize that everything they have to succeed is already within themselves. So like, that's, I feel like, just what we do in general is we get people to take action and stop overthinking and operating in a vacuum. So the co-working sessions are the perfect way to do that, because sometimes we start to kind of tread water. And this is where we're taking you and we're making you take these steps. So you're actually starting to learn and collect the data so you can really figure out what your people want and how you're going to get better, because you can only figure out how to get better if you're doing it. That's the only way you can learn. So that is just something that's super powerful.
Yeah, at the end of the day, really what the advisor's role is really to help you go from the idea to the execution really fast and really remove any block that you have along the way. All right. So that from the moment you have your idea, and that's something huge that I learned working with Kelly. And that's very counterintuitive to the way that we did project management, even incorporated at that high level. It's really making that journey from idea to implementation super, super, super fast. And that's one thing that you learn inside of the Unstoppable Entrepreneur. And our role as advisors is really to support you in that, so that you don't think yourself out of your really, really, really good ideas that you already
exactly.
So who are the advisors that we have? So as you met Kaylin, you met me, we have a very, very different background. And when I look at our division, everyone is so different. Everyone comes from a different background, different ages, different crafts, different personalities, different everything, right? The cool thing about that, and this is a really important message for you. So one thing that one of the main reasons why I went into consulting initially was because I did not want to learn one way of doing things. That was very important for me. I didn't want to learn one way of doing things, because then it keeps you in this funnel that's really tight and you don't see anything else. And so when you're looking at advisors, when you're coming in, it's important to realize that the diversity of backgrounds and the diversity of experience of expertise of people is crucial to what you're going to do. You don't want to be working with people who only have worked in your field, because there's not going to be new ideas in there.
No.
The amazing thing inside the Unstoppable Entrepreneur is because so many other business owners are from different industries. Advisors work with a bunch of clients who are from different industries, and we help them succeed in different industries. And then so when we come to you, if you come to me and you work in fitness, I'll probably bring to you ideas that are working with my other client who sells high-end jewelry, and it's really working for her, but for you, no one else is doing it in your industry, and it's going to be innovation, right? Mm-hmm. So those are the things that your advisor, because of the amount of exposure that we have to different clients, different levels, different niches, are huge for you, and our different background as well. So your questionnaire helps us identify who's the best fit. Yeah. And you're working with someone who sees so much from different niches and different markets, and who's able to bring you really novel ideas for your industry that are going to help you create brand authority, that are going to help you differentiate yourself in the market, and just help you grow in a way that others in your market have never seen before. That's really from that diversity. So
Yeah.
And even when I look at, and I'll let you complete for that one, but when Sarah joined our team, and I was like, Disney? Advisors worked for Disney. How is this going to look like? But now, and when I saw her and just the care for clients, the customer service experience, all of those things, when you take them and you infuse them into what you do, it's amazing. So just the level and the diversity is just phenomenal. And it is really valuable in terms of growing your business.
Yeah. And just to expand on our team, so Courtney, our VP of development, her background, she has a master's in psychology. So she is a master at pairing people that she knows will work well together. Yeah. And so she built our team with a very intentional reason to hire people from these different niches. So we specifically hired people that have these different backgrounds because combined, it's like, the Power Rangers. So it's amazing to see how Courtney will match people based on their personality or what maybe the gap is that they're missing. I know that I got 2 clients who are business partners and their background is actually project development and team development. And they got me and they got on the call and they were like, we were so scared that you were our advisor because your background is acting, but we know this is exactly what we need. And they did need that. They really needed to understand how to get on camera and present and stop overthinking, which my whole thing is like action, action, action. And so like, at first they were like, oh my gosh, this is scaring me. But now we're like BFF. They like, we love each other and it's amazing. But Courtney knows exactly how to pair people. It's like, she's, matchmaker, make me a match.
Yeah. And the other thing too, I was joking, I always joke about this, but the diversity of the team makes it also that different problems that you have, you're going to be able to find solutions for them. I'll be on a call with a client, and because I did a social media audit of her stuff, of her social media beforehand, I'll be able to see that, there's something that needs to be tweaked in terms of how she presents herself. And so I'll finish the call and be like, Kaylin, we need help here. I need you to look at this thing and give me exactly what she needs to do. And Kaylin will do that. Or I'm talking to a client and she's putting together this big show for her jewelry. And she's asking me questions about like logistics stuff. Chelsea, I need help. Can I put you together with her and you can help her?
Yeah. And we have Kara, who's like our math genius, who's brilliant, who's like a human calculator.
Yeah, exactly. So there's so many different things that are available to you.
Oh my gosh. Everyone is amazing and incredible and brilliant. I love our team.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone is really trained in the program. So everything that you're going to learn in the program and learn to implement, number one, we do all of it. We're all entrepreneurs, meaning everything that we're doing, it's almost as if we're our own business within the business, our own businesses within the empire. So we know how to market, we know how to sell, we know how to convert on camera, all of those things that you have to do. We do exactly the same thing. Yeah. Right. So just that extensive training of all of our advisors, it assures you that the person that you're talking to knows what they're talking about. They've done it before and they've helped other people do it successfully as well.
Yeah. We have the most intense training and onboarding boot camp you could ever imagine. Yeah. So it's absolutely incredible. And
I'm watching the comments here. Don't hesitate. Ask us any questions that she's talking about me. Ask us any questions that you have. If you know already that you are joining us while we're live, please do so. We can't wait to get you onboarded. We can't wait to guide you through the program. So let us know as you're watching this. Another thing too is that we all advisors, they're really teachers at heart. Mm-hmm. They're very generous with their time, with the way that they're serving you. And all of us, one thing that's the same, I say everyone is so diverse, but one thing that's the same is we literally enjoy this work. And for us, it's not a job, it's a mission. And that's a very different, that's a big difference. If it were a job, we would just be checking boxes, making sure we have your call every single month. We have our office hours 3 times a week, and that's pretty much it. But that's not what it is. Or otherwise, if it were just that, clients would not be calling us when things are hard. in their personal life and being like, it's affecting my business, but I can't, and I have no one else to talk to it about. You know what I mean? So knowing that we have your best interests at heart, our performance is linked to your success because we're all full-time employees and we're all assessed based on the results that we get for you. This is a huge difference from what you'll see in any other program out there. All right. And we're also constantly in training because we have literally clients coming in and going from 0 to 6 figures or multiple 6 figures in months. You have to keep up with that. You have to constantly be in a few miles ahead. And so there's a lot of training constantly every single week. The same way we have office hours for you, we have office hours with Kelly where we get trained as well. Yeah. So that constant training as well just also assures you that the team that's supporting you is at that high level and constantly growing.
We're not contractors. We are full-time employees that are dedicated to your success and your growth. And everyone on our team cares about changing lives. That's the driving factor within everyone. Like Kyrie said, that's the one commonality with all of us is that we all care so much. And everyone is always just collaborating on how to make the program better, how to help each other with client scenarios. It's just this constant collaboration and we all care so much.
Yeah. So even if when you come in, you're assigned an advisor, know that that advisor doesn't work in a vacuum, just them with you. In the background, we actually work we start the day with each other and we end the day with each other, right? So any client problems, any roadblocks that you're facing, we're actually solving them together with Kelly, with Stephanie, with Courtney in the background, all right? And in that sense too, one of the main things that in terms of our role is really to make sure that as you're growing and as you're doing the things in your business, you're realizing that it's not going to be about just the strategies that you're learning, but it's going to be about having the people around you to guide you. So one thing, as I was getting ready for this call, I was listening again to Bo Eason's book, There's No Plan B for Your Game. And one thing that he says is huge for me. And he says the problem for most people, for all people actually, getting to your end result, getting to your goal, it's not about the how. That's what Kelly was saying this morning. You don't have to come in knowing how to do the things. It's about the who. It's about who's supporting you. Because if you just have your vision and you know that that's where you want to be and you surround yourself with the right people, all of the how, the resources, the money, the people, all of that is going to come towards you. But what you need to do is surround yourself with the right people and the right support system. And that's literally what an advisor does for you. As we said earlier, the advisor knows the vision and holds the vision. When life is going crazy for you, because entrepreneurship, that's what it is. It's not a straight line, right? We're able to hold the vision because we're removed enough from your business. We know it enough, but we're removed enough that we can actually be like, hey, didn't you say you were going this direction? Why are you talking about that right now?
Yeah.
Right?
Or, hey, I didn't see you go live this week. What are you doing?
Yeah. We said you were going to go live like 3 times over the next 3 weeks, and I haven't seen that happen. What's going on? And then we can have those real conversations. So having the who around you is going to make everything else. The how is the easiest. You could Google stuff and find stuff that works, but that's not going to make your business a success. So really surrounding yourself. That's why this is an accountability-led group. It's because at the end of the day, it's not the how that's the issue. What people struggle most in their business is their mindset, is the other things around them. It's the lack of focus a lot of times. So having that accountability advisor really keeps you focused along your journey. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? So we cannot wait to have you in the program. We cannot wait to be able to work with you and to experience your growth, because as you grow, we grow at the same time. And just come. I was talking to someone earlier today, and she was like, here's the thing. At the end of the call, I was like, you know what? You already know that you want to do this. You already know that. What you're wanting from me right now, which is a lot of time, the type of discussions we have with clients, you just want permission. If it is permission that you want, here is the permission. But realize, everyone here realize at the end of the day, a business is nothing tangible. It's just a bunch of ideas and concepts and intentions that you wrap together into something and you deliver it to people in an effort to serve, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just ideas. Everything is coming from within. The role of our role as advisor is to help you find those things that you already have within, and we help you bring them out and remove everything else that's noise. That's what we're here for.
Yep.
Do you have any words or any examples, Kaylin, before we let everyone go?
Oh man, I have examples for days.
Your proudest moment in the past couple of weeks, because I know we have them every single week.
Yeah, I would say the proudest moment, I'll give two in the last couple of weeks because they're both very different. So one is someone who just joined the program. She's been in for about a month. She came in, she had a course that she wanted to develop into a program, and she fought tooth and nail with me about the pricing and about the link and about a lot of things. And her name is Melissa Hinault. And she listened. She took direction. She did her first launch. She has made almost $250,000 in 30 days.
Oh my God.
She's literally texting me like as she's launching, what should I do here? What should I do there? And she didn't want to open card on day 4. And I'm like, you have to open card on day 4. And she did. And, you know, she had a lot of sales on her first day. And she's like, oh my gosh, you know, that was so amazing. I think that's like all that's going to happen. I'm like, no. Yeah. The most sales come the last 2 days. And she's like, really? And then she's texting me, you're right. Everyone's buying. So it's like the whole time she's getting, you know, coaching in real time. And it was just so amazing to see her just take direction so well and immediately implement. And that was an example of just like massive success. And there has been somebody else who I've been working with for almost 6 months. So her name's Jenny Graham, and she was building her program basically from scratch. So we really looked at like who her ideal client is, building out her flagship program. And it took her a little bit longer because she knew that this was an investment for her. And she knew that this is what she needed to start her business the right way. Mm-hmm. So, you know, she did her first launch. She did amazing. She was glowing on camera. She closed clients and she was so happy. And I was so happy because it was like her first couple clients. And it was just like so mind blowing to see us build this thing from scratch together. The creative process and just like the back and forth. And that's my favorite thing, is just really getting in and helping like create something and bring it to life. So it was like, I see just these different levels of success, and it's so mind blowing every time I see it. And it's so different every time, and it's different for every person. And that's okay, because we want to help you build a business that you feel good about. And it's your dream that we're helping you bring to life. And so it doesn't have to look like everybody else, and that's okay. And that's why we customize this for you, because, you know, you could take a cookie cutter strategy and make it work, but that's not what's going to really feel good to you. And so like, for me, that's my favorite part. It's just like building businesses with people that feel good to them, and it's achieving their dreams and their goals and just getting so creative about it. But I could go on and on and on about this, but I'm just going to.
I have a couple of examples too, because the cool thing is, as we witness the growth, it actually changes us too. So there's one client who, on her first day, she's very introverted and very calm. So the whole idea of launching was like, it was huge for her. On the first day, I was on watching her live. She was shaking. She was talking and I could tell her mouth was dry and she was literally shaking. Sent, encouragement. You're doing awesome. Let's go. Keep on going. It'll be better. Day 2, she was not shaking anymore, but you could tell that it was still intimidating. By day 4, she was laughing. She was excited. And at the end, from that, I think during that launch, she closed 1 or 2 people, which was good, still really good, because she only had a small amount of people enrolled. But she was like, for me, it has been such a growth experience, She went from stuttering on camera because she was so nervous to actually looking forward to the next launch. And that is personal growth right there. It's personal development, right? So it's not just about the money, it's also everything else. Another client, Maureen, you'll probably see some videos of her here. We were fighting. And when I say fighting, I have the recording. In February, we were fighting about having her charge $500 a month. She was like, but I can't do that. It's too much. It's too expensive. Fast forward a couple of months later, she's charging $12,000 for her package. She's close to $200,000 in sales this year while she's working a full-time job, 60 plus hours as a manager. So all of the things, and I can tell you during this whole process, there were so many times where she had to fight her own blocks and her own limiting beliefs, but then having someone else who's like, no, remember, this is the vision. You want to get to this point. This is the vision. Remember why you're doing this. And it actually helps you. And we give you another perspective. We encourage you. So yes, we kick in the pan when you need it. That's literally
Exactly.
We've had clients literally cry on calls because they want to go a certain way. We know it's not beneficial. You cannot continue to do this, or you're going to be stuck in the same problems 6 months from now, a year from now. And probably at the end, your business is going to dissolve. We literally say these things to people because that's what it takes. Sometimes you need like some type of slap in the face or a high kick or something to just bolt you out of what you're currently doing so that you can start doing the things that you really need to do. So many stories. You're going to see those case studies anyway, but so many stories that we share internally. Whenever we have successes, the whole team celebrates those successes. Everyone inside of UE celebrates those successes. So we can't wait to have you and to celebrate your own success and your own story. All right. So if someone on the team could drop the link again, if you don't have it, uerevolution.com, make sure to connect with your concierge. Make sure to ask us questions, anything you need to know. But we can't wait to work with you on a personal level so that we can get you to your dream.
And don't wait. Don't wait, because the biggest complaint we get from people inside our program is that they waited too long to join. That's the one thing I hear all the time. Why didn't I do this sooner? Why was I waiting so long? You know, if they had been with us for a couple of launches. So make the decision. When you make the decision, it will happen for you. You have to give yourself the power to say yes to yourself. So that's the only thing that's holding you back.
And when it comes to business, I have to say, paying $16.50 a month for something is probably going to be the easiest decision that you're going to be making if you want to build a successful business. This is not a hard decision, y'all. The decisions that are ahead are much bigger decisions. All right. So keep that in mind. Perspective. If making a decision like this is huge and you can't fathom, it's hard then to build a real big business. It's normal to have the fear, but don't let that stop you, because this is probably the easiest decision you'll have to make anyway on the scale of things. All right. So keep that in mind. We're here to answer all of your questions. We're here until Tuesday night. Can't wait to see you. Have an amazing, amazing day, everyone. And happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Bye.